Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from Baba Bagidi Imo Television. First, the headlines. Tribunal laws article PDP to address World Press Conference today. Lagos Assembly clerk charges FRC on road safety. We will never negotiate with terrorists, Katsina Governor vows. Police rescue wounded suspects as Jigar community repels robbers. 17-year-old boy locks in parents, steal cars, others. And on sports, CAF congratulates Osime on Ballon d'Or nomination. I am Movive Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. The People's Democratic Party PDP and its presidential candidate during the February 25, 2023 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar, will today address a World Press Conference. This is coming after the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal threw out its case and upheld the victory of President Bola Tinubu. Information report that Atiku and his Labour Party counterpart Peter Obi rejected Wednesday's judgment of the tribunal affirming the election of Tinubu. The legal advisor to the Labour Party, Kehinde Edun, vowed to challenge the judgment at the Supreme Court. Also, Atiku's lead counsel, Chris Uche San, said he had received instructions from his clients to file an appeal at the Supreme Court. Judgment has been delivered, but we have not received justice. Luckily, the law has given us leverage to go on appeal to the Supreme Court. We have instructions from our client to go to the Supreme Court. The struggle continues. The PEPT, which began sitting at 9:40 a.m. at the Court of Appeal, Abuja, ruled that a petition filed by Atiku and Obi and their parties had no merit and unanimously upheld Tinubu's electoral victory in the February 25th presidential election. The five-member panel took turns to dismiss the petition presented by Atiku and the Obi, organized or against the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission on March 1, 2023. The judgment was delivered by Chairman of the Tribunal, Justice Arunet Almeni, assisted by other members of the panel, Justice Stephen Ada, Mansurat Bolaji Yusuf, Moses Ugo, and Abba Mohammed. Not satisfied by the ruling, Atiku, who is a former vice president, alongside the PDP's acting national chairman, Ambassador Umar Damungo, said they will be addressing a world press on the development. The conference built to hold at the Neck Hall, located on the ground floor of the PDP national headquarters, will start by 2:30 p.m. The invite sent to journalists by the party's national director of publicity read, "Hello, government, gentlemen of the press, good evening. This is to invite you all to the briefing to be addressed by the acting national chairman, Umar Aliya Damungo, and the PDP presidential candidate, H.E. Atiku Abubakar, GCON. Clerk of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Barrister Olalekan Onofeko, has charged the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, to increase its attention on ensuring enduring safety on the road. Onofeko, who made this demand when the Lagos State Sector Commander of the FRC, Mr. Babatunde Fariloye, visited him at the Assembly Complex recently, however, commended the Corps for delivering on its mandate through surveillance and monitoring of vehicles to avert accidents on the road. Onofeko also appealed to the sector commander to look into the report of alleged harassment of Lagosians by its men on the roads, arguing that the primary purpose of the Corps was to provide safety. He further suggested that enlightenment and education programs should be embarked upon to teach motorists the best ways to use the road. There is no doubt that the FRC is delivering on its mandate, and I commend you for that. But Nigeria is still ranked among the countries with high mortality rates on our roads. This is coupled with harassment of citizens of Lagos by your men, which is too rampant. We will be happy if you look into this with the view to correcting the anomalies to save lives on the road. You also need to intensify efforts at educating motorists on compliance with traffic regulations, the clerk said. He noted that citizens now have the impression that FRC is deviating from their primary course for which the Corps were established, just as he lamented that giving the body a revenue target poses a great danger to safety on the road. while assuring the FRC of the Assembly's collaboration. Onefeka urged all traffic enforcement agencies to be civil in their operations to achieve success. Earlier, Mr. Faroloye had solicited the assistance of the House of Assembly on the activities of hunches, otherwise known as area boys, particularly on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, driving against traffic, engaging in indiscriminate parking and hawking on the roads. He said such activities have always impeded free flow of traffic and posed security threats on the road. He therefore appealed for drastic measures in form of legislation, while pointing out that interventions of the House of Assembly in this regard would go a long way in curbing street trading and recklessness of commercial bus drivers on the road. He explained that there would be free flow of traffic when all the bottlenecks are removed from the roadside. Going on to the North story. Katsina State Governor Diko Rada yesterday said terrorists were increasing attacks on some communities in the state to get the government to the negotiation table. Rada, who stated this at a briefing marking his administration's 100 days, vowed that his government would neither negotiate with nor pay any money to the terrorists, no matter what they do. However, he said his government would accept any terrorist that decides to surrender and renounce his ways. Noting that his administration will work with security agencies to intensify the onslaught on terrorists to end the challenge within the shortest time possible, the governor disclosed that 1,500 youth from 7 councils affected by the problem had been recruited to work with security agencies to fight terrorists, while affirming that his government purchased armored vehicles and related equipment worth 7 billion naira for security agencies. He urged the public not to expect the security problem, which had existed for several years, to be addressed within a short time. Niger State Governor Mohammed Bago is planning to recruit at least 1,500 youth to forest guards to tackle banditry and terrorism in the state. Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Bologi Ibrahim, stated yesterday that his principal made the disclosure while speaking to newsmen after meeting with Vigilante Corps on Tuesday. The CPS quoted the governor as saying, "We intend to employ 1,500 youth into Niger forest guards so that we can take over the forest." Bago commended all Vigilante Corps for complementing the effort of conventional security operatives in the state. He revealed that the state government had procured equipment for the Corps as an encouragement and to enable them to carry out their duties effectively. Commander of Vigilante Corps, DSP Al-Asr Mohammed, retired, said his men were gallant, stressing that their vast knowledge of the terrain complement the effort of the security agencies in combating bandits and other criminal elements in the states. Moving on to the next story. Residents of Dage village in Kafin Hausa, local government area of Jigawa State, have resisted a gang of armed robbers operating on Adeja Highway. The resistance by the members of the community led to the arrest of one of the hoodlums, while others took to their heels. An eyewitness who spoke to newsmen on Wednesday disclosed that the community members inflicted serious machete-cut injuries on one of the robbers. Confirming the incident, the Jigawa State Police spokesman, Lawan Adam, said that police received information that a gang of armed robbers blocked Dage to the Adeja Highway and dropped people of their belongings. Adam explained that policemen were mobilized to the scene immediately and found that a group of people gathered and faced the hoodlums. As a result, they inflicted serious machete-cut on one of the robbers by name Abdullahi Abubakar of Ago village. The spokesperson said the police saved the wounded robber and took him to the general hospital, Kafin Hausa, for treatment. He said live ammunition, one expanded cartridge, and the sum of 37,000 naira were recovered from the suspects. From that story, we'll go to the next story for the national news. A 17-year-old boy identified simply as Ayomi Posi Eson has allegedly stolen 3 mobile phones, 2 generator sets, a sound system, and a Toyota Corolla car belonging to his parents, identified as Mr. Oluwafemi and Mrs. Tosin. The boy ran away with the items after locking his parents inside the house in Ogijo, Shagamu, local government area of Ogun State. Information gathered that on September 3, 2023, the suspect was said to have broken into the house in the wee hours of the night while the couple were asleep in the apartment. A source in the area who did not want his name to be mentioned because he was not authorized to speak for the family told correspondents on ground that it took a joint effort of other residents to free the parent from the apartment after their son fled the scene with the stolen items. After the victims reported the incident to the Ogijo Divisional Police Station, Superintendent of Police Awode Olatunde led his men in hot pursuit of the suspect, leading to his arrest in Lagos, while Ayomikosi was looking for buyers for the stolen items. The source said the boy had successfully sold one generator set he stole. The father is preventing the police from prosecuting the son after his arrest. The police wanted the boy to be prosecuted for his action, but the parents said they wanted him to be released along with the stolen items. Speaking on the matter, the state public relations officer, Omotola Odutola, who confirmed the incident to correspondents on Wednesday, said the force intended to prosecute the boy, but could not do so since the parents had opposed it. The course of the investigation was truncated by the complainant, who was equally the biological father of the suspect, as he vehemently declined prosecution of his son, one Ayomikosi Eson. He wanted his son and the recovered stolen goods, including the car, released. In the spirit of community policing and taking into consideration the image of the force so that the police will not be seen as being too harsh on him and his family, the teenage son was consequently released with his property on bond. However, the son was counseled, cautioned, and advised to turn a new leaf and shun further indulgence in all forms of delinquency to avoid future occurrences. Going on to the sports story. The Confederation of African Football (CAF) has congratulated Victor Osimhen on his nomination for the 2023 Ballon d'Or. Osimhen made the list of nominees released on Wednesday night by the organizers. The Napoli hitman made history as the first Nigerian to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or. 29 other players were on the shortlist. Africa has 4 nominees between the best players in the world in 2023, CAF wrote on the official X, formerly Ando. Osimhen contributed 26 goals to Napoli's title success last season, and included Azizat Oshoala for the female category. With the sport news, we'll come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Tribunal laws, Atiku, PDP to address World Press Conference today. Lagos Assembly clerk charges FRSC on road safety. We will never negotiate with terrorists, Katsina governor vows. Police rescue wounded suspect as Jigawa community repels robbers. 17-year-old boy locks in parents, steal cars. Others. Sports, CAF congratulates Osimhen on Ballon d'Or nomination. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Baba Gbagede Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Gbagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For other placements of your goods and services, coverage of event and function, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.